Meditation. The iniquities of my family lineage will not stop me. It is written in Exodus 34 verse 7 KJV, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children, unto the third and to the fourth generation. Exodus 34 verse 7 is God's self-declaration on Mount Sinai. It balances God's immense mercy with his perfect justice. While God forgives repentant hearts, sin brings real earthly consequences. The sins of the fathers refers to the generational ripple effects of actions, not God arbitrarily punishing innocent children. God reveals his glory by announcing his primary attributes: compassion, grace, and steadfast love. He forgives iniquity and transgression and sin. However, he also states that he will by no means clear the guilty. This highlights that while God is loving, he does not ignore or dismiss sin. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers. When the text states God visits the iniquity of the fathers on the children, it is often misunderstood as God directly punishing descendants for their ancestors' actions. Historically speaking, this verse is explained as describing the natural, earthly consequences of sin. Sins like abuse, addiction, or unfaithfulness create environments that naturally damage the next 3 or 4 generations, as children learn or endure the behavior. The Hebrew verb for visiting is pakad, which can mean to attend to, or keep in mind. Some theologians interpret this to mean God observes the lingering effects of ancestral sin, with consequences lasting a few generations, rather than carrying out direct punishment. Other passages in the Bible clarify that personal guilt is not inherited. The Mosaic law explicitly states that children should not be put to death for the sins of their parents, Deuteronomy 24:16. The prophet Ezekiel further emphasizes this, declaring that the soul who sins is the one who will die, and a son will not bear the punishment of his father's guilt, Ezekiel 18:1-32. Mercy outweighs judgment, a critical detail often overlooked in the second half of Exodus 34:7 is the mathematical contrast. Negative consequences are visited only to the third and the fourth generation, while God's steadfast love and mercy are kept for thousands, generations. This underscores that God's desire to show grace exponentially outweighs the ripple effects of human sin. Human actions create patterns that impact later generations. While children aren't penalized for a parent's sin, they unavoidably face the real-world fallout. Through Jesus and his death on the cross, all punishment for sin has been paid for once and for all and is not counted against those who have faith in him. It is written in Exodus 20 verse 5 KJV, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I the Lord thy God am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." Exodus 20 verse 5 is part of the 10 Commandments regarding idolatry. It explains that because God is exclusively entitled to humanity's devotion, he is a jealous God. The verse notes that God visits the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. God's jealousy isn't an envious flaw, but a righteous protectiveness. He jealously guards the worship that belongs solely to him.
When people give this to idols, they break the covenant. The punishment of the third and fourth generation describes the natural, compounding consequences of sin. If parents raise their children in wickedness and idolatry, succeeding generations suffer because they adopt the same destructive life